What if I were to tell you what you are running away from and what you are looking for is already inside of you? We are programmed to think our happiness is out there. People seem to think when I will achieve getting that person into my life, I will then feel enough. I will then feel like I have done it. When one person can shift that mindset to already being enough ahead of the event, the type of energy you will be projecting to other people is that of someone who is already complete, already good enough. But when people are trying to bring certain people in as a form of being able to fix themselves, that is where there is a repellent energy. When you are not bringing people in as a means to an end, you are creating a healthy relationship for both people, for yourself and for the person you are attracted to. Because then it becomes a relationship that is not based on conditions. A relationship based on conditions is when somebody has to have things go a certain way within that relationship. That person's happiness is dependent on the other. So there's a clinging that happens there. There's a neediness. And the person will overstep their boundaries in the form of needing too much too quick. And the other person will feel the neediness person's energy. And what they will want to do is go in a different direction, because your happiness is dependent on me. And you're saying that I have to do this for you in order for our relationship to be okay. And the person is repelled away from that. Now, I don't mean I need to do this as meeting a certain boundary. I mean, I need to answer every text. I need to call you back every second. I need to talk to you 20 times a day. Those are different than someone setting a strong boundary. That is somebody who has been living in lack for a long time and is overly excited about this new relationship. It's give me more, give me more. And how is the other person supposed to feel? Like they're being smothered. Like they no longer have their own identity. They no longer have their own life, their own happiness, their own values. That they have to continue to give to this person to make them feel okay. And that's what I talked about in the beginning of the video, that you are running away from in order to be happy. That feeling of happiness that we are looking for in the perfect partner, in having the best life on the go, building a good business, good relationships. The happiness that you are looking for in someone else, when it comes from the perspective of the person who had been living in lack and is a very needy individual, that happiness that you're searching for and seeking for out there, you come to realize, I've been chasing after something that don't exist. That happiness that I thought was out there from that person being able to make me feel like I'm enough, that exists in here. And when you have the awakening, you awake from living in the state that is, I need to survive. I need to make this person approve of me. I need the relationship to go this way for me to feel okay. When you take the power back, you take the energy back within your system, you work on yourself, and you work on elevating your character and elevating your inner vibration. As per the meditation, the higher self meditation, we build a stronger character, and we take pleasure in our alone time. You find happiness in non being dependent, not being dependent on others. You find happiness on knowing that your character is non dependent on events or relationships from the outside. It's a certain frequency you've tuned into with God or the universal intelligence. That is the type of love for yourself where we talk about manifesting sometimes. If you'd like to see some type of awesome relationship come in, you need to work on these feelings ahead of the event. And then learn to act, think, and feel as that person that has that excellent relationship, and give those loving feelings to yourself. And your energy will change. When you're in a room with other people, you will become magnetic to those who really resonate with the real you. Because you're no longer putting on a show to manipulate people into your life. And manipulation, that is an important word. It's a very poisonous thing that people will want to do when they need something in their life. It's part of what's repelling that attractive partner away, is that we are trying to manipulate and control the relationship. And there's no pull there. There is a repellent energy. And that's why healthy relationships are difficult to cultivate. And when you can let go of that control, when you let go of the trying to manipulate how they feel about you for you to then feel okay and allow them to just be, then you are being the most confident, most attractive version of yourself that becomes non-dependent on the outside. And the more that people do inner work and connect with the greater good and the higher self, the more that you cultivate self-love, the more that you will realize you are attractive enough in this very moment, and that the only thing that needs to exist is here and now. It's not there and after, and it's not being consumed by what happened before. You are living a more present life. You've actually learned to become close to an enlightened being. And that is going to attract somebody who resonates with the real version of you, not the version of you that needs to manipulate the perfect partner into your life. And that's how you become a strong individual, and you realize that those things on the outside were already here. And that type of person will start to value their alone time. Be able to read from books, to be able to spend time on the self, spend time out in nature, spend time with family. It's not dependent on everything that we see on social media, on our cell phones and computer and television. The reality that we need to be connected with, the most important reality, is the relationship with yourself. And when you cultivate a better relationship with yourself, these things that we are looking to succeed in the form of relationships, attracting a healthy partner, those will come into your life when you're no longer looking forward for it. And your energy is no longer dependent on it. Because there will be a more magnetic pull towards you. By learning that you are enough here and now in this very moment. That everything that happened in the past is a reality you cannot change. You find peace in it by being willing to forgive. That may be forgiving a person that has kept you stuck living in this energy of protectiveness, protective, anger, resentment, and that you no longer need to fix that old life moment that you've been identifying with for so many years. When you learn to forgive it, let it go and surrender it to something greater, that is when it no longer manipulates who you are and the character you are looking to build. You become a more comfortable you that is living in elevated states, non-dependent on the outside. And that's where we attract the healthiest, best, most fun relationships, where other people are not dependent on us and our energy is no longer dependent on other people. And that is taking your power back and discovering your true power, which is to not be consumed by the old and not needing a particular type of future to happen, to feel this way. You work on yourself so often that you found the inner peace. You found the inner love through a lot of the meditations I've shared on the channel. I'll give you one more here. It's a meditation for attracting more abundance. And tuning into the abundance frequency is just feeling more love for yourself and others. And knowing that everything has its place in life. And there's no longer need to control the way our life goes. And having a better relationship with money, having a better relationship with cultivating new friendships, relationships, spending more time with those that matter, our family, friends, being there for others, wanting to help just for the sake of helping with no need of anything in return. When you get on this level, it's a very powerful spiritual level to get on. You will feel so much love from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to bed. And that's where you are opening up the portals to your spiritual growth and entering a different dimension, a different line of time with yourself. So I thank you for watching this one, and I will add at the end of the video a very powerful video I made about stop caring about the relationships we are trying to build to actually build better relationships. I will link that right here.